Hey, Michelle Castle from the Sermon Office. Just wanted to tell you guys a little story today, and then I want to introduce you to someone super special. Last night, I went to a friend's house, totally overwhelmed. It was a stressful day, as we've all been experiencing lately. And I'm sitting out on her back porch. Y'all, I'm going to cry. Like, really, I think I'm going to cry. I'm sitting on her back porch. We're sitting in her rocking chair, and we're looking out over the trees and the grass and watching the cows graze and watching this little hummingbird that's flying around, which I was so, like, I looked out her windows before we went outside hoping to find a hummingbird. So that in itself was like super special. But I'm looking at, we're just looking out, we're just talking, and she could just tell I'm like at my wit's end. And she asked me, what stresses me out the most during the day? And really, it's not the phone calls that are coming in nonstop and the text messages and the emails and all of that. For me, what is my ball and chain is my calendar. My calendar is so scheduled out. Every moment of my day is scheduled. And I'm a wing it kind of person. My favorite thing to do is piddle. I love to just not have an agenda, but just having a destination and not knowing how I'm going to get there. That's my favorite thing to do. And if on a Saturday, everything lines up where I can do what I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go somewhere and I don't even know exactly where, and I don't know when I'm going to return, and I'm just going to enjoy the journey. So for me to have a calendar that is as restricted as it is extremely stressful. So we were really talking through that. And the one message that she had for me is that whenever I looked at each one of those appointments on my calendar, that instead of looking at that calendar as something I dreaded, I needed to look at that calendar with gratitude. I needed to look at that calendar and go, what is the positive of what I'm about to do? This person I'm going to meet, how am I going to change their life? And what good things are going to come of this calendar appointment? And I say all that because I know right now, there's probably a lot of things that you've got going on right now that maybe it is for you, the phone calls that are constantly coming at you like a Nerf gun, machine gun, just fire, 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 fire. But really, if you just pause and change your attitude to gratitude, it totally changes your mindset, because you can't have the same negative vibrations at the same time you have those positive vibrations. Now, John Israel is someone that I want to introduce to you because he's really mastered the art of gratitude. And he really took it on as a project, and it totally changed his life. And the reason I want to introduce you guys to him, because I want you to get to know him at a more intimate level. And for you to do that, I have scheduled a call with him to share him with you and his message, in hopes that it helps you with your mindset and just how you feel about every day, every person you talk to, every file you look at, every life you get to change. So without further ado, John, Mr. Thank You, please introduce yourself and tell them what treat we have for everybody. And then I'll give them the date and the time.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks, Michelle. So hello, Guild family. What's cool about knowing Guild is I'm actually originally from San Diego, California, where Guild headquarters is, but I actually now house myself in Plano, Texas. My moniker, the world knows me as Mr. Thank You. And that came about because I was really I was just a business person who was looking for more purpose in his work. And so I was a gratitude salesman at the time, and I started something to elevate my level of gratitude every day, which was a daily gratitude practice of handwriting 5 thank you cards every day for 365 days in a row. Little did I know that it would work out to become a social movement, a TEDx talk, a book. So many things came out of it that were really life-changing. And I think the message that I'll probably just keep it really short for you guys today is really to give you a definition to really consider about gratitude. The best definition I learned is from Dr. Robert Emmons, who is the foremost professor on gratitude out of University of California, Davis. And he says, the gratitude is the emotion one feels when you receive a gift or experience something as a gift. And we can all relate to that first part, which is when you get a gift that's unexpected, right? There's that feeling of gratitude that you feel like, oh, wow, you got me something. There's that emotion. That's gratitude. And then there's also the other piece, which is when you experience something as a gift, which means you get to choose it. And there's a lot of things in our lives that we can look at in hindsight that back in the day when we broke up with our first boyfriend or girlfriend, and how much the world was over back then. But now with hindsight, we can actually look, and we can, with perspective, we can say, wow, what a gift. I'm really glad I didn't wind up with that person. I found someone so much better. I started my family with somebody else. So we can actually look back on that experience with gratitude, because we can choose to see it as a gift. And so what we're going to talk about is really, especially during this time, how can we become more intentional about how we're showing up to our business, how we're showing up to our relationships, because a lot of this whole experience with gratitude, it doesn't just affect you and how you feel every day. It has a dramatic trickle-down impact with everybody you influence in your business, your clients, your team members, members of the community that refer you business. It's a really powerful tool that we're going to look at it from a different lens than probably you've ever considered gratitude. So look forward to being with you guys.
So August the 13th at 10 o'clock, join us for our every other week, 10 o'clock get together, where we get to share information and help each other grow our business. See you then.
Bye.